Good morning, you all. My name is Regina. I'm Aunty ReRe's sister, the more analytical one. Amen. When she introduced me to you guys, she didn't mention that we were sisters, but we are. You know, she got her little ways. Amen. I'm sorry. Get myself together. So I'm here just to explain characters from a different perspective. I'm here to hopefully help you guys see things differently, but also break some things down that you may miss at a glance or we don't really look too deep into. So I'll be here basically to just discuss the characters themselves in different ways. Me and Auntie think a lot alike. Well, I call my sister Auntie, you know. I'm sorry. Excuse me for my for get a little off track sometimes, but I'm here to just go over the characters in more detail and what I think about them from my point of view. Some of them are similar to hers, but you know, I'm the brains of the operation. But yes, okay. So without any further ado, one of the characters that I think is the most misunderstood in Skitlanta right now is Angelina. A lot of us feel like when we look at the character Angelina, we look at her as this mean. I've heard people call her something called Rooster Nation. And I look at Angelina differently. I look at Angelina from the lens of a woman who has been through a lot. I look at her through the lens of a woman who has had to be the man in the relationship, be the mother, be the one who saves the day. But there's never anyone there who's really there to save her. And Auntie brought this up many times before, but it's really surfacing now. Even before the skit last night on her live, she mentioned about how, as women, we have to always be the strong one, especially the black woman. We have to be the one to keep everything together, to keep the kids together, to keep the house together, to keep everything together. And so sometimes we go into what they call in psychology flight or fight mode. Flight or fight mode. And I'll get you the actual definition later on. Or I'll put it somewhere posted. Flight or fight is basically some people flee at the sign of, what's the name of it? Some people flee at the sign of hard times or hardships or adversity or something traumatizing happens. They flee or they go in this little shell. And then you have those fighters, like I believe Angelina is, who would do anything to survive in the rough, do anything to survive, to make it. Even though at their core, you can be the sweetest person in the world. You can be the most godly, loving person in the world. But when pushed to your limits and pushed to the edge, you don't know what else to do but simply survive and be. And my take on Angelina, I'm going to go back to when we were first introduced to Angelina. This particular skit is when Angelina first found out, or it's the skit after she found out that Shayla had a baby with Anthony. Something that touched me in the way. Before we seen Angelina scheming and out to get money and all of this, we seen a mother who was extremely hurt by her daughter's behavior. How could you have a baby with your friend's husband? How could you do that? How could you do something so treacherous? But in the same setting, she looks at her daughter and say, I love you, we go figure this out. In so many words, that's not the exact words, you'll see the video. But she says you're gonna figure it out. That one tear was so chilling. Angelina has a lot of cues, and we'll talk about it throughout, you know, my review of Angelina, the character. It's something about the touch, like even last night with the Diesel skits, when he was in tears and you see her cry again. You see that human aspect of her, because normally she's in attack mode because she's a fighter. She's in fight mode, not flight mode. So she's not going to retreat and bow down, but when her tear comes out, the next thing is she's going to act. And I assure you, oh, that saxophone go get fixed because she's a fixer. How he would take it, I don't know. He could be offended. But Angelina has lived in a mode of fixing things. No matter what it took to fix it, she was going to fix it. If her daughter's hurting, she's going to fix it. If her husband's business is not going well, she's going to fix it because she's a fixer. But what she said last night, which Aunty ReRe had already said on the live, amen, was nobody ever comes to her defense when she needs fixing, when she needs that help. I would implore her to, I think that she picked Diesel up for that mental health day, not just to say a thank you, because she really needed it. Sometimes as women, sorry, I didn't know that lipstick was on my lip. My sister comes out of me sometimes. I'm sorry. Get it together. Because she is not me and I'm not her. But anyway, we all have ADHD too. So we come in and out. But anyway, in that moment, when she touched his shoulder, she's a fixer. She's a comforter. We have to get out of the mindset that people are who they are on the surface. We think about people like, oh, this is it, and this is how this person operates, and this is how this person is. But there's always a deeper meaning. And I think in 2026, I would implore the writers, and I would love to be a writer, Country Wayne. I know my sister's thrown that out there, but I'm really the writer in the family. I would love to see, all right, Angelina's backstory. What has happened in Angelina's life to make her who she is, to make her that tiger, that lioness when she needs to be? What is it? And I have just been triggered by my nephew. John, turn that down now. Yes, ma'am. He just triggered me. But anyway, without any further ado, we're going to go back over that first skit and really just talk about who is Angelina. This is one of the characters that really implores me. I'm going to go over who is with many different characters, but I'm going to start out here with who is Angelina. Is she really the crude Rooster Nation or Rooster person that people say, or she's just a black woman who's been through a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, and nobody looks at her heart. Nobody looks at what she's been through. Is she tired of being the fixer of everything? The fixer for her family, the fixer for her daughters. I think Diesel is here to help fix her, but not by his might, but by God's might, because we know Diesel is a godly man, Lord. Diesel. Okay, without any further ado, let's get into who is Angelina.